Hey guys, welcome back to Get It Garage. Today we're going to do a review. This is the Ridgid 1/2-inch impact driver from Home Depot, and I'm going to try and do this review a little different than I've seen other reviews done for similar products. This works for what I need it to work for, which is, the majority of the bolts that I take off, lug nuts, big bolts, anything that you can get this into, you can use it to take the bolts off. Obviously, if you have some room to get it out. And it works really well. I haven't had a problem with any bolts except for the bolts that I had to use that had some Loctite on them. And I could not get those off. I had to break those loose manually. But for the most part, this works really well. And it does overheat a little bit. That's one problem that I have noticed with it. I think it's the small battery. The battery that I have is a 1 amp hour battery, which is the smallest ones that they have. And it came with a different kit that I bought, and I actually only have one left, so I'm in the market for some new batteries pretty soon because I do like this set, and I'm going to continue to buy these Ridgid products just to keep the batteries the same. One thing that I will say is pretty much any single brand of these that you can get your hands on is going to be an addition to your shop that's going to be good. Before I had this, I was struggling with bolts. I could do my tires in maybe a half an hour, jack each tire up, take it off, put a new one on. You know what I mean? It takes a little bit of time. You can do a tire in literally a minute with something like this. Takes it right off, puts it back on. You're going to want to make sure you torque everything back down appropriately, obviously, but it works well. There's other ones out there aside from the Ridgid brand. There is Ryobi, there's Craftsman, there's Milwaukee. Kawasaki even has one that you can plug in. And I would have to say that, for the tool that it is, it's going to be something that you're going to want in your shop. It is going to be the biggest time saver. Now, obviously, I haven't tested all of these, as I've just mentioned those other brands, and I know there's other ones besides that I didn't mention. But either way, whatever one you can get your hands on, whatever one you can afford, this is going to be a tool that will save you a lot of time and a lot of frustration. Even just doing tires. You can keep this charged and keep it in your car, and you get it flat on the side of the road, boom, you're going to be in and out of there in 5 minutes. But either way, Ridgid 1/2-inch impact. It does have the lights on this one, which is pretty nice. I do like that a lot, so you can see in the dark. It's the R86010. It has 3,900 inch-pounds of torque. For putting things back on, that's probably overkill, and you may not want to use this at its full power. Obviously, there's no way to turn it down. Maybe some torque sticks would work with this. I'm not actually sure on battery. Power tools, how those would work. The other thing I want to talk about is the battery. This is the battery that I said came with my other set that I had. It's a 1 amp hour. It's really, really small, and it doesn't last. I can do 1 tire rotation before it's totally dead. So if you're using this professionally, you're going to want to get some bigger batteries, and you're going to want to get some more of them because you will kill them pretty quickly. This is going to be a lot cheaper than running an impact powered by an air compressor, because obviously you don't need the air compressor for this. I priced it all out, and an air compressor is going to cost you like, $500, $600 probably for something decent. And then you still have to buy the impact and, the sockets and the hoses and everything that goes along with it. With this, you just need the sockets, and you're good to go. I've done a few jobs with it so far, but I have experience with other ones. I've used Snap-on ones when I worked in a shop, and I've used the Milwaukee ones, and they work really well too. But if all you can afford is a Ridgid, this is $139 without the battery. If this is all you can afford, grab it. If you can afford a Harbor Freight one, you have powered ones that they sell that plugs into a outlet, get it. If it's all you can afford, it's whatever you can, it's whatever. Just get one. They're awesome. Will save you buttloads and buttloads of time. And you'll have fun using it because you're not going to be fighting with bolts all the time. which is what I usually do, is fight with the bolts and fight with them, trying to get them off with breaker bars and trying to get everything just perfect. You know, this has just got that right impact. It doesn't torque your hand a lot when you're using it. Sorry about the light there. It doesn't, you know, twist you because it's constantly banging. It's basically an impact. So there's an anvil in here and it smashes and it makes it turn that way. And pretty sure they all work the same way. And I like it. I would recommend everybody have one in their shop. It's one of the tools that I use the most, and it would, you know, when I didn't have one, it took me twice as long to do just about anything. So that's my review, and it's not just for this Ridgid. This is for all half-inch impacts. They're all going to have variations. They're all going to have their differences. This one has a light. Some of them don't have lights. Some of them are tools only. This one came as a tool only. They just started selling it at Home Depot with a kit with a battery. It's actually a better deal if you buy the new kit Home Depot has right now, as of September 2017. It's not anywhere near that late yet. It's only $10 more for a 4 amp hour battery, which is a great deal. Normally you can get 2 4 amp hour batteries for $120. So for another $10 you can get one off of the Home Depot website when you buy this together, which is pretty cool. I am not sponsored by Home Depot or Ridgid in any way. This just happens to be the closest place near my house that sells stuff like this, and I needed one day. I was doing some shocks and I couldn't get anything apart, so that's what I bought. If you're closer to a Harbor Freight, pick one up. They're awesome. If you're closer to a Lowe's, go grab a Cobalt brand one. It doesn't matter. Just grab one because they are awesome. That's my review of the half-inch impact. Any brand, get it. Once again, guys, my name is Mike. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.